And we are
Hey,
back. And we are here to showcase to you Tallawah, an adventure game about a Jamaican girl, Seashell, living in Montego Bay, Jamaica during the early 2000s. She's tasked with getting the groceries from the local shops to make traditional beef patties with her grandmother. She traverses through the streets of Jamaica, warding off the environment, getting help from residents and her cousins using things, everyday items, every day. She decides to help with massive little problem by cleaning up the streets. It's a non-violent form of gameplay with Jamaican proverb, out of many, one people. This game is filled with patois, the language of Jamaica, vibrant colors, original dancehall lo-fi, and reggae music. Without further ado, let's check it out.
art's cute.
So adorable.
Yeah.
Oh, do you hear the sound on there? Okay, good.
Oh, that's so cute. I love it.
A little animation action.
Yes, that's awesome. Well, I mean, we brought the creator and developer in here to discuss a little bit about the game. I'll start off with the same question, like how did you come up with the concept? What inspired the theme, mechanics? Just chat to us about this adventure.
Yeah, so what inspired it is me, my family, my heritage, my roots. I'm Jamaican. I'm literally wearing like my crest right now. Like, so when I heard about the food item, I make patties all the time, especially like for other people. So I'm thinking like, okay, when I used to traverse through the streets of Jamaica, like on vacation, I didn't grow up there. I'm first gen American. And having to like go to the different shops and get the different things, you could go to like a bigger place, but usually you would go to like a meat shop and then there'd be veggies. It was just like separate compartments. So the game started off as a rhythm based dungeon crawler. And then my team was like, "You're doing a lot for a month." And I was like, "I can understand that. I can understand that, but we're still gonna have some pretty good music." And the person who worked on the music, shout out to Tan, he did such a good job on like encompassing everything about the culture that like he just really did a good job. So
Yeah.
going through and creating it to be more of like a adventure game, and the goal is to create different levels where she finds different products, and like the people in the community are helping her. Like she has her cousins with the assist. She has the rasta man that's like helping her with the items, so instead of having a store, he would be there to like hand things out and help her out. And then an amalgamation of like her cousins, making it a bit easier for her to like get away from like the animals and things like that. And then there is going to be like a little secret level that's going to have a bit of a Jamaican lore in there. So that's how I'm going to like expand it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, you already answered my question of like, do you have any plans to continue developing? Which
Right.
I would love. I would love to see that. I guess yeah. Then I'll ask you like, what do you think some of your challenges were developing, and maybe what some of your favorite parts developing this game were.
The challenges are I didn't know Unity. And so we had another girl, like another character, and I spent 9 hours animating her off of like a PNG in Unity just for us not to use it. Just for us like not to use it. And then we switched it. So finding the language to ask the programmers like how they can do stuff and what to do. And I did get some help from the Discord, and I was so happy about it because Johnny really was like, "Hey, this is what you need to ask them to do. This is what we're gonna do." Because I just didn't have the language for that. I did like narrative
Mm.
design, and this was my first time doing like level design, and I also helped my friend with like some of the art, but really just like digital art and things like that. So my challenges were like telling the programmers what to do, and like rah-rahing the team so we would all be
Mhm.
on the same page, because two of my team members have been my friend for over 14 years. So when I say stuff, they're locked in. And everybody else I had worked with for the first time. So they're like, can you give us more detail? And I'm like, yeah, okay. Let me, and so just getting that together. But it was a learning experience. It was really, really fun. And I'm so glad I went through this.
That's
That's
awesome.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of new things you had to take into account for this one because it was your vision, right? You held the core idea, right? So that you have to go about things completely differently when you have to like do it that way. It's like, that's awesome. I love it.
That's great.
I did want to ask one thing as well, Giselle.
Yeah.
But I know before we wrap up the interview, because we have limited time and stuff like that for everything, but the proverb that you mentioned in the description, could you pronounce it like fully properly? I'm not gonna try to speak patois like I know.
So there's
So
for sure. So there's two, right? It's like Otav many one. So it means out of many we're one people. So we have to work together and things like that. And we little but with Tallawah, what means we're little, but we're super tall, we're big. So that's what that means. And so it's like, as Jamaica is a small island, to make such a big impact, and then like say you're a small person or you're one person doing one thing, and then you make this really big impact. That's pretty much what that means.
I love that. That's
awesome.
very
Yes.
beautiful. And thank you for pronouncing that because I was not going to be able to do that.
No, that's totally fine. A lot of the game is in patois, but I have English translation, and so that's another thing that I'm gonna keep going when we continue to expand, is putting that patois in there, and then having like just a little bit of English, so it could just be inclusive. Like you just kind of get the full feel.
Mhm.
That part's important to me
Awesome.
because recognizing it as a language and like using it and things like that.
That's beautiful. It's a wonderful way to incorporate it as well. I think it makes the story very powerful, and I love that. And thank you for asking that question, Tim. That was very insightful. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess
But yeah,
that's I think that's our time for this one.
thank you so much for sharing. Please go ahead and check this game out. Beautiful art. All the links should be in the Discord servers. And thank you so much for your time. We will see you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Janae, thanks for hanging out and staying up late for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, guys, it is late for her. She's up for this.